drawn in first angle orthographic projection. Something like that. We do have that piece, and this piece needs to be drawn in a sectional view. When you look at this piece in a three-dimensional view, it's an object that is almost something like that. That's a 3D view of that object. So we are talking about sectioning here. When we are talking about sectioning, we are talking about cutting planes. So when you are given a cutting plane on your top view, remember this is your top view, that's your front view. We are given a cutting plane where we are saying cut the object through this. So normally they give you this, that's your cutting plane, and they can name it with letters. Cutting plane AA. So what it simply means is you are going to cut that object from the top. So basically we are saying we are here. When we are cutting, we are seeing like this, we are cutting, but what we are cutting we will remove, then we will see it from that side. Are we together? So here we have this object placed like that, then we are cutting through here, then we will see it like that. I don't know if it will make sense. So basically now here when we are saying we are cutting through AA, on your drawing you will see that every drawing that we have, it will give you some hidden details. This is called hidden details. But the hidden details become visible once we open the object and split it apart so that we can see the inside. That's your guiding line of the hidden details. So we are cutting through here. In other words, we are saying, there you are cutting, there you cut, you cut, you cut, and you cut through that piece. You are removing this piece here. So once you have done that, you are actually creating an avenue of something of that nature. That is curved there, there is curved, and then you are creating something like that. That's basically how that object would look like. So basically we have, let's say we have removed this, we have actually removed that. We want to see how the inside would look. That is how that object would look like. We have removed the other half of this side. We are going to remain with that. We are going to remain with that. So here we have cut, there we have cut. There it will still remain your curved surface. We have removed this. So where we have removed, where did we cut? We did cut here. That is where the area we concentrated on, that is where we did cut. The same goes now when we are looking at this object. We are going to define that line. That one goes, you don't see it. We define that line, that one goes. And then we are going to section this part. That is the part where we did the cutting. We section that. We section that. This is the center point of this whole piece. That's the center. So questions sometimes can tell you a full sectional front view. This is a full sectional front view. That's a full sectional front view. Sometimes the question will say a half sectional left view or a half sectional right view. So that's a full sectional left view. I mean, it's full sectional front view of that object. When we are talking about a half section, mostly this is done on cylindrical work. We are going to divide them, then we open and close the other side. From the outside, this object would look something like that, and then it's like that. Then that's a half sectional left view, and it can be a half sectional right view. Why I'm putting this line back, this is the half side of this, but this is the other side, but this one is showing us the internal side of that object. That will give us a half sectional front view and maybe a left half or a right half, depending on what the question is asking you to do. That's sectioning. When you are told to section on the side view, which we can go like that, or we are talking about on the front view, our cutting plane is cutting through that side. So basically we are splitting that object in that manner. This is how it will look. Basically we have that divided and that shown, that line goes, and we are sectioning this part. Sectioning, remember, it's simply about cutting. That's how it will show. You don't section empty spaces because you didn't do any cutting. Empty spaces remain as they are. Again, here we can talk about a left sectional view side. We can have it like that. Of course, we can also close one side and leave the other side as the question demands. So we can also have a left half section or a right, half section as well. Right, sometimes the question will tell you, let's say you are cutting in on this object through this point here. We are removing the top part, which is basically cutting through that point. We remove that. What do we see? We see the top view. Isn't that so? Because once we cut it off, we are looking down. Then we are going to see the top view. So this is the top view that we are going to see. We've cut there and remove. Then now we are going to section this part here, because that's what we see from our top view. Remember, we are cutting through our front. This is your front. The front will give you the top view. If you cut through the top, it will give you, the front view. On the sideways of an object, it will always give you the side view of an object. That's how it is. Right, we are going to look into one question there, page 11.